Beautiful. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh, and I just realized, oh, this is very wobbly. I forgot. All right, that will be perfect. I forgot to do something before starting this. Kind of thinking about making these cards, but I don't know if I actually want to or not. So we'll see. Let me go to my channel and see if we can hear ourselves. All right, we can. We'll see how the overall volume and everything is. We will, oh, and I want to text Susan and let her know that I am live because I always forget. Sorry, guys. There we go. Now back to the live stream. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. All right. How is everyone today? Watching probably on the replay or whatnot. I'm going to be using this brush from the Polina Bright collection to swatch with. This is the size 3 brush, what it looks like. This is the size 1 or 0, maybe 1. And it has like a weird, my husband fixed it after it cracked because I left it in water. So it has like kind of a weird paint on it. But do not let that distract you. You know what? I was going to spray these paints because they are really kind of hard. And the reason I'm doing this swatching, I wanted to make these cards for each. You've seen me do this before in videos, but I did a few test cards. These aren't 100% cotton, and this is. I did a few test cards just to see what it would look like, and I don't know if I love how it looks on the non-cotton paper. Somebody will have to weigh in. If anyone comes to join, I will see what y'all think about. I guess it looks okay once it's dry. Kind of gives an idea of the color. That was the original goal, but then I was like, I really don't like swatching unless it's on cotton, but I don't want to cut up a huge amount of cotton paper just for these large swatch sheets. And we can talk about this later in the video. But anyway, all right, let's get into this swatching. So this is a Hansa Yellow Light. I do have a video on my channel where I am setting up this palette from like over 2 years ago, and I don't use it very much, and I want to use it more. So I thought this would be a good way to reinvigorate my love for these paints. Just to look at them. Nice kind of cool yellow. Yeah. I did a swatching the other day of some of my Da Vinci paints, and I really loved how it came out. I like having it, and it definitely got me excited to paint with those again. I have so many paints, and I really can't possibly use all of them. So I like to kind of shop my stash. I guess probably compared to most people, I don't have actually all that many paints. But I don't know that I really need so many more, you know? So I don't know. All right, we'll do a first wash and a second wash. I'm using 2 water jars. This is New Gamboge, which is a very warm yellow, kind of almost leaning orange. Hey Mello, how are you? So nice to see you. Doing a little swatchy swatch. I saw you were live today and I didn't jump on. I'm so sorry. And Ike's here. Hey guys. So nice to have you both. Doing a little watercolor swatch. kind of re-exciting myself about my Daniel Smith paints and maybe seeing where I have some holes in my, you know, in my colors. Maybe where I might need additional colors or maybe where I don't. All right. These are not the most exciting colors. These are the ones that many people have. This is Quin Gold now. It's a very warm yellow, and it actually is the original Quin Gold. It's not the new one that has come out since they started, since they took away the, I guess, the pigment. My understanding is these were originally auto body paints. I'm going to bring this down. Ooh, oh my gosh, I'm going to knock it over if I do that. Hold the phone, hold the phone. We don't want any injuries here. There, that's a little bit better. They were originally for like auto body, and then there wasn't a desire for it, I guess, in that industry. And so they stopped really making it. And so apparently Daniel Smith, I guess, and this is all lore, I don't know if this is actually true, I haven't looked it up myself, but I guess they kind of bought out as much as they could, and they had like a whole bunch, but now they've made a Generation 2 Quin Gold, and it's just not really the same from what I understand, but I don't own it. Hello, Megadose the Outsider Artist. Welcome. You just purchased Moonglow? Well, it is so pretty. I have it in, we'll be swatching it shortly. It's, I have it in a stick form. Like I bought the watercolor stick and I made it into a, you know, a pan paint. And it's this guy right there. So we'll be getting there soon enough. All right. So basically, I'm going through these ones that I do have in another video on my channel, and then I'm going to swatch the newer ones that I've more recently acquired and that I'm really excited about. And then maybe we can look and see where I have any holes. Mostly, I already know my holes are in the blues. I need more blues, but we'll see. We'll see when we look at it. This is Pyrrole Scarlet, a very warm red. I adore this color. It is semi-opaque or partially transparent. What is the term for that? Y'all, I'm hosting this swatch and I can't even tell you the deets on the names of these things. What kind of watercolor professional even am I? I'm one that's not a watercolor professional. Okay, let's see. Mello says he's going to be listening in the background. Sweet, sweet, very good. Thank you very much. All right, sorry, I'm very easily distracted. So you've been having trouble with the sticks. All right, they're dry and crumbly, and I have never used them in any way except to cut them into like this size and just stick them in the pan and then re-wet them. And they're a weird texture. I'll show you even here. Look at this. The other paints you can see are really wet. This one I had wet. This is the Moonglow, and it's weird. It's like, it's not like it becomes just like a paint that you squeeze into your pan. It's very different. So that's not just you. It's just how they are. I'll put a little bit of water on this guy. I'm so thirsty today. I'm drinking water to beat the band, man. All right, let's see. Hang on. Pardon the swallowing noise. My mic is right by my throat, so it's human stuff, y'all. Can't help it. I am a human being. So, all right, where are we? We are at Quin Coral. Quin Coral. I think I'm gonna go like over here, maybe. This is really pretty. It's a pinky red. Gosh, I really should use these paints more. They are so beautiful. Sometimes I just feel like a little bit of FOMO because people are always buying a lot of paints and I'm just not. And is that weird that I just kind of like to use my stuff that I've had forever? I don't know. I just feel like maybe I should be getting more new things. Though I really am getting into gouache, and I'm planning to buy like a really good gouache set on the one hand. But then on the other hand, I'm going to go over the name a little bit there. Then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll buy some Himi gouache and just play with it because there are so many colors and I can get better at gouache using that. But do I want to buy like the expensive gouache and learn using that? Like I did buy Hemi gouache once and I returned it because I didn't know how to use it. And now I think I would know how to use it, but am I like allowed to buy it if I returned it once? I don't know. I have weird like guilt over stuff like that. All right, this color I am now, oh, it's not very wet though. This is Mayan Red. So, Megadose, what kind of painting do you do? Do you do plein air? Is that what I'm guessing based on your title, The Outsider Artist? Or are you more of an outsider, but you paint inside? Because then I can identify with that for sure. See, Mayan Red is so much like Quin Coral, and it is apparently not light fast. So, if you are trying to, I didn't know that when I bought it. I just thought it would be more of a transparent color like Pyrrole Scarlet. And, you know, more of a red, but transparent. Because I was struggling with Pyrrole Scarlet because it's semi-opaque. And so, yeah, my answer to that was Mayan Red, but alas, it is not light fast. So I can't use it when I like do commissions or whatever. And another thing is the Mayan colors, like I have a Mayan blue genuine that we'll get to eventually. It has this like sticky sort of, I don't know, almost like I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to lift this up, bring it close to the camera. Can you tell a difference between, you probably can't. It almost has like almost like it was a piece of candy that melted, like a sticky sort of a gloopy nature to it. And I'm super weird about textures. And so I don't think it's bad. It's obviously from Daniel Smith. It's a professional paint. It's great. But it's just a little bit different. And I don't enjoy it all that much. So be aware if you're like very sensitive about, or sensitive, if you like your paints to all have like a similar texture, or else it bugs you, you might not like the Mayan colors if you're ever thinking about them. Okay, Megadose. Oh no, I sometimes go outside, but my art is literally outsider. I'm not trained. Well, I'm not trained either. So welcome. Let's all be untrained and just enjoy our art. I am so untrained. I'm still peeing in the house. Just kidding. Okay, that probably wasn't funny. That was a joke, but I am very untrained. I'm self-trained or YouTube trained. I've been watching tutorials for like 5 years and just learning from YouTube, and it's been really great and very effective. YouTube is a wonderful teacher for art. There's such an abundance of information available for free. Sometimes when you get a little deeper into it, it's like it's lacking a bit, and you have to seek out more specific education. But I feel like for the first 3 to 4 years of my art journey, YouTube fully fulfilled my needs in terms of educating me. And if I had been maybe more serious of a studier, I probably could have learned a lot more from YouTube. It's all available. Try to make this a cute swatch, and I'm getting all crazy with it. Yeah, you get it. Okay, that's great. So let's see. Now, Potter's Pink is a weird color. It's not really pink, but it is. And it's very hard to re-wet. So I've had it kind of soaking here for a long time, which is great. I thought I would love it. And I know Daniel Smith's, I think, is darker than some of the other versions. I haven't really found a great use for it in my work, portraits or otherwise. See, this is what I mean. Swatching always makes me really want to dig into my colors and find better uses for them. So I'm excited to be doing this. Yeah, the YouTube art community is so wonderful. It's like the best. It's like the best. T. McCraw, 2026. Yeah, there are really wonderful people here who really want to share their knowledge and help others grow. And it's genuinely a community, which is super great. All right, now we're on to Moon Glow. I'm just dripping water everywhere. Just dripping water everywhere. I'm really, really re-wetting it like crazy. Click, 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 click. All right. Ooh, that is some deep and dark color. Hold on. Look at that gorgeousness, you guys. Ooh, you can't even see it. Sorry. Let's have it in the frame. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm putting it in the frame. Look at that. Beautiful. Just a beautiful color. Ooh, hey girl, how are you? So happy to have you. Yeah, I'm addicted to YouTube too a little bit. It's difficult. And I'm so happy you're catching a live. This is great. Megadose, you have a channel? Well, I'm gonna have to come subscribe. Yay. I did not know. You're saying when you make videos, you'll be trying to show somebody something and it's like, oh, never mind, you can't see it because it's completely not in the frame. Yeah, it's kind of the story of my life. I'm learning to film myself a little bit. We're getting there. Yay. What kind of stuff do you do on your channel? Been untidy. I have this song stuck in my head from the 10,000 Maniacs from like 1987. I've been really revisiting them. Apparently I'm revisiting everything these days, but ugh, they were so, I mean, Natalie Merchant, what a queen. She, her voice is literally out of this world. I don't even know. I have no words for it. And for somebody in her late teens and early 20s at that time, she had such an understanding of such deep issues, social issues and environmental stuff and human issues. Not that I agree with her every take by any means at this point in my life, but she was just very wise for such a young person. Excuse me, now I'm blowing my nose on camera. Okay, let's see. All art, talk about how life affects my art, etc. Sometimes I'm also swatching paint. I'm doing everything over there. You just subscribed to me? Thank you. Yeah, it is beautiful. Well, I will be subscribing to you at the minute we're off this live. I love that. Everyone go subscribe to Megadose, the Outsider Artist. We got to support one another here. And it's so wonderful finding new artists to follow. It's like just the very coolest thing. I love seeing a little glimpse into other people's lives, and I like their not live streams, but their life and how they do things. And here we have phthalo blue, one of the most basics, but it's a really, gosh, these colors are just so beautiful. Yeah, you're very welcome. YouTube, be tough out here in these YouTube streets. Especially, I make so many, like, a lot of my videos aren't directly about art. They're art adjacent, like I tell stories and stuff while I paint. And also I'm a believer, and a lot of people maybe aren't down for that, and that's okay. But I certainly don't go about talking about my faith in such a way as I'm like, everybody has to think just like me. I mean, I would love it. I would love it for everyone to know the Lord. But, like, I love everybody, whether they're saved or not or whatever. I just love my fellow human, man and woman. Okay. That didn't even make sense. You guys, don't do a live stream when you're feeling very weird and not talkative. Because today I'm feeling very weird. I thought if I came on here, now this is phthalo turquoise. I thought if I came on here, it would help me to like come out of my bubble a little bit. So, but clearly I'm just in my bubble and now on a live stream also. Evie Eden, welcome. I just got done watching your replay of your live stream from yesterday. Why do I never see that you're live? It's like you go on a lot and I never see you. Oops. You guys go follow Evie if you don't. She is new to painting. She's been painting about 6 months and she's in love with it. And she uploads a lot of videos just doing things with all of her paints. She's somebody who has like an abundance of paints. She has like every brand and every kind and everything. And she's always putting them, you guys can't see these dang swatches. What the heck am I doing? And she's always putting them on in her videos so that you can like see the new things and whatnot. So please check her out. I think these are going to dry really pretty. What am I going to do? Because I need to flip the page. We're in big trouble now. Megadose, it's okay. I'm always weird. I love seeing other people's personalities popping out. Yes, absolutely. Well, that's good. And, oh, Susan stopped by yesterday. Tema helped me go live horizontal. I don't know if that sounds right, Evie. I'm gonna rinse or get some fresh water. I'll be right back. Give me like less than 10 seconds. Don't leave, don't leave. All right, we are back. We are back. Better than ever. I was thinking, I also want to do a painting, but it's in this sketchbook. So, I mean, the sketch it's kind of a weird painting. I'm going to soak some of these up so they stand a chance of drying anytime in this millennia. There we go. Let's see. You give a lot of paintings to your sister. I've been trying to give a bunch of paintings away, and I'm also like trying to hang a bunch of them in our house because I don't have, believe it or not, a ton of art hung. And I just want art covering like every wall. So I've been trying to hang a lot of it. Now, is that weird to hang your own art? Probably. But once again, we know I'm weird. So everyone left because I got new water. All right. Neutral tint is next. And then I'll have to, oh, I mixed up, oh, no, it's not next. I forgot I made room for shadow violet and all these here. Do I even know what I'm doing? You gave a lot of paints to your sister? Does your sister paint? And if so, that is amazing to have a sister who you're close to who also paints. Why didn't I make more room for myself, you guys? We're going to get into trouble here. Look how pretty that is. Shadow violet. Probably everyone left because they couldn't see the screen. I mean, the things I was doing on the screen. They're like, brah, fix your situation here. All right, let's do a big old swatch of undersea green. It's like such a favorite of mine. Now, is this it though? Because, yeah, it is. I have it in a different palette here. Let's check it out. Undersea green. Oh, so pretty. I think this is my favorite color right now. We're going to go way up here with it because no one cares about neutral tint. So let's make ourselves a nice big old swatch of it. Whoops. Look at those colors. I mean, tell me those aren't gorgeous, you guys. How can we, I just want to paint everything. I just love it so much. All right, Evie said, I mailed a big box to her. She has a small set of watercolors from Target. I sent her a lot of paint books and paper. She is going to freak out, Evie. Undersea green and rose of ultramarine are yummy colors. Yes, absolutely. I don't have rose of ultramarine, but I think all it is Quin Rose, like here, and ultramarine blue, if I'm not mistaken. So I can make it. Should we make it? Should we mix some up? See what it looks like? You guys, this is so fun. I'm so glad I came live today. I just want to like make all the fun colors. All right, we're just going to do neutral tint because neutral tint has saved my butt so many times when I've been painting for like commissions and stuff. And I've gotten stuck and I couldn't incorporate my shadows well. And it's just a very useful color to have. I think it should be on everyone's palette. It's not the most exciting. It's a very purpley leaning tint, but you can neutralize it even further if you need to. Often I'll like add a yellow to it. All right, maybe I'm gonna give that just a second to dry. Yeah, let's make it. Okay, we're gonna mix it up. What I can do is open this way Do I have something on the other side though? What did I do on the other side here? I don't. Look at that. It is serendipitous that I did not have anything else on the other side. How are we going to do this? I have this gigantic desk and I always have so much crap crammed on here that there's no room to do anything. All right, can we still see? Let's move all this over. Let's make some mixes. What about that? I was going to make these cards, put all the swatches on the cards, but I don't think I'm going to because that doesn't seem fun, unless you guys want me to. Tamara, do you swatch in every sketchbook with the same watercolor set? I don't. In fact, I really don't swatch a lot, but I'm trying to do it more. Let me show you guys really quick. I'm going to bring this more into frame. Hang on. And then I'll show you something cool. Well, maybe it's not cool. Maybe it's just whatever, but I'll show you. I'm just doing a little rearranging here. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm going to need my little palette here. My water. Look at that. Look at me with my British accent. All right, I tried swatching markers in one sketchbook, but the colors look different when I used a different sketchbook. You know what? That can be an issue, but because I don't really change up my colors that much, excuse me, or that often, and because I'm so familiar with them all and have used them for years and years, I pretty much know what they're supposed to look like. And that's a real big sign to me that something is not good about a sketchbook I'm using if the colors look weird. I could have sworn that the red color was actually brown. You know, I think back when, I don't know if you, well, you probably don't remember because you're not a watercolor guy, but others here may. Back when the Bauhong paper was first coming out, and it was like, all right, I'm going to get these swatch in while I talk. And it was, everybody was buying it. I accidentally bought the Academy version of it, and it was, when I painted on it, the colors were so dull and weird. I'm trying to move this so you can see my palette also. The colors were so dull and weird. It was like they would, I don't know, it was like they were sucking too deep into the paper or something. It's much better now. It's very reliable paper, and I think it's the same brand that, I think that Bauhong makes the paper for Meeden, if I'm not mistaken. And I would definitely buy it now. But, okay, which one? Here, we're going to Rose of Ultramarine. I'm mixing in now. Let me show you guys. We're going here, and I've already made a little puddle with my ultramarine blue, and now I'm adding in the Quin Rose. That looks too purple. I probably need more. Somebody needs to shout me out when I get close to what it should be. Anyway, that paper just changed the look of all my colors. What do we think? Ooh, can we see better here in the light? That's too much glare. All right, let's see. There. All right, well, let's put it on the paper. You guys tell me if it's anything close. And maybe it's not Quin Rose. Does anyone know? We'll add to it. Is it another color? I'm just guessing because of the name. But you know what? This could be magenta. No, this isn't magenta. I was going to say maybe I named that wrong, but no, I think this is definitely Quin Rose. Tell me in the comments. Yeah, it definitely looks purple. So I'm going to mix in more of the rose. Is this looking more like it? What does anyone think? Heavy? Maybe a little more of this? No? Is it too dark? Dude, why is my light so not light? Let's bring the light around here. There we go. I don't know. I just don't know if that's even close to it. Someone let me know. And then we'll go from there into like more of a dark. I'm going to use this up. It seems too light, but I don't know how to make the color. It seems too light. What about now? If I had the color, I could compare it. You know what? I think I do have the color. I was just going to say, Susan, it's so perfect you're here. Because I was literally just going to say, I think you sent me that one. Let me look. I'm like Swatch. I'm trying to make Rose of Ultramarine. I do have the correct colors. Sweet. All right, let me look if you sent that one to me. Oh, no, you sent me M. Graham's Ultramarine Pink. All right. Let's see. Should we compare though? Let's compare to M. Graham's Ultramarine Pink. So I'm going to write the name of this so we know what we're doing here, so we don't get lost. So this is Ultramarine Blue plus Quin Rose. And we're trying to make, yes, I saw that. Thank you. Sorry. I just looked at it. I was like, I know you sent me something like this. You know how good I am with pigments, right? Oh, that is not very. Quin Rose, and we're going to call this Rose of Ultramarine. These are all Daniel Smith colors that we're swatching today, and we're swatching in my Cuppa Clip sketchbook. How are you, Susan? Ultramarine Pink is PV14, which is a cobalt color or a mineral color. Okay, yeah, and that is beautiful. And I am going to swatch it. Should I swatch it or not? Because we're doing Daniel Smith and it's like a different brand. I love that gradient right there. That like came out really cool, I think. If I do say so myself. You guys, my camera is like winging out. Hang on. Sorry, I forgot. I'm talking loud and I wonder if it's clipping. I'm sorry if it is. I'll speak more quietly. There. All right. Ooh, this is really fun. Let's swatch the next. Let's do a green. This is giving me so many exciting ideas. I wanted to show you guys what I swatched the other day. Look at this one. These are some of my favorite colors by, it's going Da Vinci. And I did that little flower. Isn't it cute? And I even put the pigments, which is really not like me. I'm quite impressed with myself. I was doing it to test out how colors, in fact, back to your comment, Ike, how colors looked in this Cuppa Clip sketchbook. And I think they come out, they look very true to form, you know, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but anyway, yeah, that PV19 over there is very pretty. All right, so back to our Daniel Smith swatching. I was going to show you guys some of the other art I did in here, but we'll wait. It's very exciting. I've been having this very prolific art experience recently. You like the PV19, the purple one? Yeah, me too. It's super pretty. It's like a purpley pink and it's very, and isn't that trippy? All of these are PV19. This one, and this one. So from my understanding, what they do is they just heat treat or chemically treat maybe the pigments differently. And that's how they end up with different variants of the color. Susan, you can weigh in. I bet you know. Bet you know if that's accurate or not. I'm going to add in our next color, which is, I always mix these up, so I'm going to go straight out of the tube. This is the Mayan Blue Genuine. Let's get a little, oopsie, little bit just on our brush. Like, ooh, that's going to be a lot. That's okay. let's see. Yes, that's right. Same with PBR7. Yes. Okay, so like anytime there's a variant, the is PBR7 is like the raw sienna or burnt sienna. Is that right? See, can you tell it's like kind of gloppy, sort of sticky looking? And it's the same way as it is with the Mayan red. Susan, earlier I was saying when I was swatching the Mayan red, how you had said that the Mayan colors are not light fast. And I was like, oh shoot. And then I was noticing with Pyrrole Scarlet, I'm sorry, with Quin Coral that they're really quite similar. And I know Quin Coral is light fast. So I would like stick with that, I think, over anything else for that kind of a pinky red. But what I was also saying is that the Mayan colors have this like very gloopy sort of stickiness almost in terms of their tactile nature. What do you think? Have you noticed that? Tactility? Is that a word? No, it's not. Okay. Evie says, I just got a new tube of Mayan Blue Genuine. You already went through a tube? You know what, Evie? Ready to freak out? No, don't freak out, but ready to blow your mind. I've been painting for 5 years, and I paint every day, barring sometimes I paint 4 days a week for sure, and sometimes I paint on my work days for like a half an hour before work or after work, but 12-hour shifts, like not really painting much. And I have never gone through an entire tube of paint or an entire pan or an entire anything. And I don't own that much paint. And I can only owe that to the fact that I must paint really. My thin layers must be real thin because that's kind of not good. I need to be going through some more paint, man. I need to be colorful and like bold with my colors. So I'm going to be working on that. Evie says, I noticed a stickiness with Maymery Blue. And Gammy says, particle size can influence color difference as well. And Susan says, I only have the blue, so I'm not sure. And Evie says, I have used a total of 6 5 mil tubes. Okay, 5 mil tubes. No, I don't think I even have. This pan right here. Oh, let me show you guys. Not that anyone cares. Tell me, I'm sure you don't care. This is not like mind-blowing news, but this was my first palette I ever owned when I first started painting, which I do not call my like professional palette, was this Paul Rubens palette. I should do a tour one day of all my paints. Not that there are so many. Was this Paul Rubens palette. And you can see I made a decent dent in a lot of them, but you know, I didn't go through anything. And then the next one I got that was more of like my A Pro palette, though it wasn't one I set up, of course, was this one. It's the Da Vinci palette. I think it's the Scratch Made palette. Is that the Scratch Made? I think it is. But a lot of these are almost like literally this New Gamboge or whatever they call it in this pan. What do they call it? Hansa Yellow Deep, sorry. There's like the tiniest little remnant of color, right? Okay, I'm pointing at nothing. Okay, there we go. Tiniest little remnant of color in there. But for the most part, I've gone, almost through. And this brown, like look at that, there's almost none. But I still haven't fully emptied any of these. And then this one I made in a video a while back, in the very beginning of my channel. I made this in a video. And I have refilled these, but I don't know that they would have been empty at this point. But anyway, Evie, you said, I have to catch up and learn, so I paint a lot. Dude, I paint a lot too. Practicing landscapes takes a lot of paint. Maybe I'm using too. No, you're not using too much, Evie. You are using probably the very right amount. I am sure I use too little. I'm like stingy and like hold on to it. And I mean, I'm not actively trying not to use it all. I'm really not. But it just, and that's about all my paints except this palette that Susan sent me, which I have one of my own paints in here too, which is the Da Vinci Buff Titanium. And I've almost gone through some of these, which just shows how much I love them. But I painted 5 landscapes today before lunch. I love that, Evie. That is awesome. That makes me so happy to hear. I usually paint like when I do a portrait, but I also paint really big, you know, like, I don't know. I paint big. Like these, I showed these in my last live stream. I still haven't finished them, but like this is a big sheet of paper and I'm working on this guy, trying to show it all. I'm going to paint Ernie down here at the bottom. And then like this is a 10 by 14, I think, these guys. And so, I mean, I use a lot of paint. I have my walls completely covered top to bottom with paintings. So I don't know though. Apparently, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what up, but only one turned out. Yeah, but if you hadn't done 5, then maybe that one wouldn't have even turned out. You have to be prolific. You have to paint a lot. That's how you learn. And it's also how you see what you like. I love that you paint that much. I'm just labeling this. Mayan Blue Genuine. Should we make some mixes? Oh, okay, I'll finish swatching the ones I have, and then we'll maybe make some mixes. Genuine. Okay. I loved your frog on the plant painting. Oh, thanks, Evie. That's where my paint goes, and I love doing it. I love that you do it. I think it's beautiful. It's wonderful, and you should absolutely do it to your heart's content. There will never be anything wrong with painting a million paintings and using a million tubes of paint. That's why I say I don't think I'm like purposely holding on to it and being stingy. I am stingy by nature when it comes to myself, not to other people. I love to love on other people and share things with them. But for me, I'm like, oh, do you really need to use all of that? But not really with paint, because I know that it's necessary. And I think I don't know. So I bought this because I wanted 2 different blues, and they're literally almost the same color. This is Blue Appetit Genuine. And if you tell me they're not like literally, I'm like using a lot of paint right now. If these aren't the same color, I don't know what is. I'll get it swatched out and you tell me. This one's a little dustier. Like it's a little bit more kind of opaque looking, and I shouldn't have put those 2 blues right next to each other, but I had no idea I was getting 2 green blues. I don't think they look like that in the info, you know, the swatch info, but they sure do. I guess the Mayan blue is a little bit more turquoisey, where this one is a bit more of a gray. But like, really, do you need both of them? You don't. And I do not treat myself to new paints all that often. I was a bit disappointed that this is what ended up happening. But nonetheless, I will use them. I could send them to somebody. Maybe if, you know what we should do, you guys? This is what we should do. Let's see. I like the lunar blue too. It works nice in skies with cerulean. I want to get a cerulean. I only have a cerulean from like a couple other brands, and I really want one from Daniel Smith. Did I lose my brush? Where did I put it? If anyone can see it, tell me. Oh, it's in the water. Just where you want it to be, right? Not. Okay. This one does granulate really beautifully. We should do a thing where kind of like what we were talking about splitting up I think Evie, in your live stream, you were talking about how cool it would be to have other friends nearby that paint, and you could buy like sticks of Daniel Smith and then split them like 4 ways. Maybe we should do that. Like that, or like find, if we buy a tube of paint, we don't really like it, do like an art exchange. Like, do you want this? Because I don't really want it. Is there something you don't like that I might like? And we could trade. I think that would be wise. Or we could just buy our own stuff and I could just stop being so dumb. All right. What is that called? It's called Blue Appetit Genuine. We'll write it right here. Can I write? Am I familiar with letters? Appetit. Genuine. There we go. Yes, buy a stick and split the cost, and we would have so many colors. Do any of you have a Masonite Genuine? It's to die for. Dude, I know, Susan, you have a lot of those, oh gosh, the mineral colors, and I only have a few. I do not have it. Anyone else? Masonite Genuine. Shout it out if you do. All right, I want to do like a mix. I think, let's see what we could make. Throw out a good mix so far that we could make with something. Ooh, no, that one's not Daniel Smith. That one's not Daniel Smith. Does anyone want Aussie Red Gold? I hate that color. Ooh, I want it. Do you want any of my colors? And Evie says, I just got the Amazonite this week. Why do you hate Aussie Red Gold, Susan? I've actually thought about buying that color. I really want to mix another color, you guys. We need to choose one. What about like Quin Gold and one of the blues? Let's do Quin Gold and Moon Glow. Evie wants to know how you can possibly hate that color. All right, let's lay down some Quin Gold here, you guys. And then we'll lay down some Moon Glow, see what they look like together, because they're opposites on the color wheel. How the neutralization of it. Look at that. That looks like the Aussie Red Gold, I think. Don't buy it. I'll give it to you. Okay, well, only if you'll take something of mine. What do you want? Do you want one of my tubes, Mayan Blue or Blue Appetit Genuine? You can have either one. I'll trade you. And that's a tube that Evie has repurchased. She's had to repurchase it because she loves it so much. Girlfriend, different strokes for different strokes for different folks, I suppose. All right, before I mix this, shout me out if I should mix something else into this that isn't the Moon Glow. You know what? Let's mix into this this pink, the Quin Rose. That way it'll kind of like parallel this. I'm going to mix the Quin Rose into it. I'm still yelling. Someone stop me. I need help. You know what? I'm afraid this is magenta, that it never was rose to begin with. I think it was. I need to look back at my video because I don't have this tube anymore. And I don't know what the name of it is. Ooh, you guys. Are you seeing this? Dude, it is off the page. What is wrong with me? Holy cow. I need help. I should not be allowed to have a camera. All right, ready? Now, is that gorgeous? Now that you can see it? It's the Quin Rose, or at least what I suspect is the Quin Rose at this moment, mixed with, holy moly, that's gorgeous, mixed with the Quin Gold. Susan says, I don't know, it's every time I try it in a painting, I suppose it would be good for a sunset, which is what I know you do. You wrote, it's somebody every time I try it in a painting, which I know was a typo. So I will wait and see what you meant to say. You guys, that is gorgeous together. Can I just say, I'm going to add in some more of the Quin Gold. That almost looks like the Aussie Red Gold, don't you think? What do you guys think? I don't own it, so what do you think, Evie? Oh, there's a lot of glare on it. Let me see if I can fix that. There, might be better. Why does this not stay tight? There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Whew. I have never thought to mix those two colors together. You said it's muddy. It's muddy, okay. It's a little too red for Aussie. What I just mixed, okay. It's a little too red. What about in this area right here? Is it still too red? Like up there? I want to paint something with this now. I can't wait to show you guys what I want to paint. It's really fun. I have to change my water again, so if everyone doesn't bail on me again, every time I change the water, everyone leaves. Such hardship. Poor me. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I should put like 10 cups of water out here next time so I don't have to keep changing it. It will almost get completely yellow when it's thinned out. You wait, because you had to get more water yesterday. Yes, I saw that. And I was like, big deal. So she goes and gets water. That's fine. No problem. But apparently it bothers people. It bothers people. What are we going to do? They get bothered. All right, you guys. Now, let's write a name for this. We're assuming this is Quin Rose, and I'm feeling more and more sure that it isn't, that it could be Quin Magenta, but either way, it's a pink, and it's a quinacridone for sure. And we're going to say plus Quin Gold. There we go. Sweet. What kind of other mix should we make? I kind of want to layer stuff over this once it's dry and see what that looks like. I'm trying to think if I have any other Daniel Smith colors. You'll be right back. You're getting out of the car and going, oh yeah, no problem, girl. Let us know when you're back. We'll miss you. All right. I dripped water right in the middle of my other swatch. I am like loving these colors so much. I want to move this a little bit so you can see them all. Evie will wait for you too. That's good. Evie and I wait. We're waiters. All right, guys. I want to do some like greeny, yellowy, like, I already know though, if I mix like a Hansa Yellow Light is a toughie to mix because it just makes everything kind of like super vivid and vibrant, almost like too much. But maybe let's see what happens with, if we do like Hansa Yellow Light with Pyrrole Scarlet, if we get like a good orange. Let's try that as a mix. I should clip this. Whoa. Because it's like getting warped. Dude. There we go. Oh, did that really help? I don't know. All right, I'm going to mix in now little bit of the Pyrrole Scarlet. That's what we're doing. I want to see if it'll make like a true orange. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, that's nice. That's very orange. Look at that. Would you look at that? Add a little more yellow. Suddenly I'm like, I need it to be so bold and pigmented, where usually my things are so light and washy. That's pretty nice. It's pretty, pretty orange. Like, if you compare, let's compare. Let me bring this down. Whoa. There. All right, stay there. And then we still need more light. There's a little more light on the subject. And then we compare it just to the plain Pyrrole Scarlet right there. And then it's like a true orange. It's so pretty. I want to mix undersea green with something now. Have you tried Potter's Pink with Moon Glow? Ooh, you haven't, and I haven't. You want to do it now? Should we? Should we try it? Let's give it a shot. Let's do the Moon Glow first. I think I have at some point, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it looked like. Oops. All right, here is our Moon Glow. Moon Glow, so pretty. You love it? You just did it? All right. I'm doing it now. All right, there is our Moon Glow. Potter's Pink. Here's our Potter's Pink. You know what? I did mix this in the past, and I can remember the painting that I mixed it in. Ooh, yeah, it's nice. Let me get some more of this in there. Potter's Pink is a very low tinting strength color, so you really have to get it in there in order to... Yeah, I like it. It kind of neutralizes a bit of the purpliness out of it and makes it like a really deep, rich, just like pinky, like it would be, it makes it almost an even better shadow color. Let me get some more water in there. Hello, Susan. We're very glad to have you back. Yay. Hey, Susan, I don't know what you're up to today, but if you want to go live on your channel tonight or something, if you're up to it, you don't have to tell me now. Yes, you're right, Abby. It would be great for background mountains. I would love to if you want to, and I just won't talk a lot so that we'll be able to do it at night, given my Wi-Fi being terrible. It's like a nice, soft kind of a color. I just want to paint everything. I'm freaking out right now. All I want to do is paint, and I want it to be everything. I want all the things, which is perfect because, all right, I got to label this. I want to add some more Potter's Pink to this mix. Whoa, I just flung the pan out. All right. Let's try adding a little bit more even. What was I going to say? I was going to label this, and then I was going to say something about, oh, that there's something I sketched that I want to paint also on this live stream. And then shortly all my stuff is going to die because it doesn't have enough batteries. So I'm not going to go much longer, but okay, this was Hansa Yellow Light plus Pyrrole, I spelled that wrong, Scarlet. And this one is Potter's Pink plus Moon Glow. I'm like dipping my shirt in this. Moon Glow. And my hand. All right, Susan, I want to mix Quin Red with Nickel Azo Yellow to get a better Aussie Red Gold. You know what? That would be beautiful. That would be perfect. And it would be transparent. Yeah, I love Nickel Azo. You know, Illustrations by Pete always says it's like dirty looking or something, but I like the dirty grunginess. I didn't know Aussie Red Gold was not transparent. Do you know what the pigments are in it? All right, I think we're okay now. I think we're back. Is everyone okay? Did we make it through the collapse of all my stuff? I'm not sure where we cut out. There we go. Okay, yeah. Let me know. No pressure either way. I have an appointment at 6, and afterwards I'll be free. So, and beforehand too. All right, so these are almost dry, and I was thinking that I knew what you meant. After my life is over, I figured. Yeah, she doesn't want my life to be over, but she will let me know. That would be a very long time to wait, hopefully, until my life is over. All right, so I was thinking, I did this sketch, you guys. Let me show you. This is what I wanted to paint today. Oh, this was me just using some yellows and reds and blues. But this is a sketch of this. You can't really see the sketch probably because it's kind of light, but it's of this photo of me and my mom when I was a wee child, a wee babe. Isn't that cute? Like at the pool or whatever. And it's just like a sketch without facial features here, just the outline of our like forms, and she's like holding on to me. And I was thinking it would be really cool to do like a bunch of colors all over it, but I have no idea how something like that would look. So I was thinking I would just drop, like I would look at these colors and choose some and just kind of go around the outline of it and make it kind of an abstract piece. But I also have been on for quite a while. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just work on it and then like privately work on it, you know, by myself. And then I'll post it if it turns out good, which we can pretty much rest assured I won't be posting it because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't turn out good. But other things I've been working on, I've been really excited about. So I would like to make a post of some recent work. So maybe I will not keep you guys too much longer, but I will work on that on my own and then, you know, share it. Any other mixes anyone wants to see while I'm still in swatch mode? Should I maybe like, I would like to do one of these. I think of the two, the Mayan Blue Genuine and the Blue Appetit Genuine. I like the Blue Appetit Genuine the best. Maybe that would be a cool one to mix with like a Quin Rose. What do you think? Or an undersea green. It would just make a blue green. Mix phthalo blue and raw sienna. All right. Except I don't have raw sienna from Daniel Smith. I do have it here from Da Vinci. Is that acceptable? And Evie, Susan wants to know if you have the list of pigments that are in Aussie Red Gold. If you could tell her. All right, let's do it. If no one cares that we're intermingling our colors. This is a raw sienna. Phthalo blue and raw sienna. All right. Let's lay down this raw sienna first. It's not very pigmented, obviously, because it's one of those natural colors. I hadn't gotten it super like... This is obviously a mix you've done before. I am excited because I am knowing that you have an idea that it's going to it's going to knock my socks off. So I'm not going to use too much phthalo blue because we know that it is way more pigmented. Oh, girlfriend. Whatever. That is so gorgeous. Wow, that is a beautiful green. Hold on. Am I dipping in the right thing? Let's get some more of the raw sienna. I'm trying to bend this so it's like visible. Holy holies. Man, that's gorgeous. That is my kind of green. I'm trying to take the glare away. Let's see. There, that's better. That is better. Wow. Cascade green, which I don't own. That it was an excellent, excellent suggestion. Thank you for that. Wow, I just want to keep adding to it. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Man, just gorgeous. And the way it moves from one end to the other is just fantastic. Y'all. Now I want to paint a landscape. Maybe this could be a good one for that sketch I want to do of me and my mom. Wow. Yeah, I'm in love. That is too gorgeous. Too gorgeous. So, I mean, we can take a lesson from this, which would be that anytime you mix a highly pigmented, very, high tinting strength color with one that is more of a neutral or like a weaker color, that you can expect some kind of a cool result. Can you think of any others right offhand? To test our theory with? I'll find room. I'm in love with this color. All right, this is raw sienna. Plus phthalo blue. And that was raw sienna from Da Vinci. We're going to put a little heart next to that one because it was so good. Let's see. Evie says, my new tube has not arrived, but I looked it up. Aussie red gold is PY83, PR101, PV19, low staining and transparent. But it's muddy, you feel. So I wonder if, Susan, remember when I got this, what green is this? It's like a pyrrole green. No, what is it? Oh, I mean a perylene green. And this was from Roman Schmal. And I thought it looked, gosh, that green is so gorgeous on the swatch sheet. I'm dying. And I thought it looked like muddy or dusty or dirty or something. I didn't like it. I wonder if it's that kind of a thing, like just something about it looks weird to you, and probably would to me because you agreed about this perylene green when we talked about it. But now it doesn't really look as bad to me when I use it. Maybe I've gotten used to it. Now I feel like I should swatch it so somebody can see it. What I'm referring to. Do you guys want me to? I'm going to just soak up some of this extra. I don't notice muddy, but I use it with blue and green, like after the blue sky is dry or pink in between. It also goes good for tiny flowers in a field, is what Evie said. I want to bring the camera closer, but I don't want to crush everything again. So I'm going to be very careful. Crush, I mean collapse. Holly Jones. Hi, Tema and everyone else. These are beautiful. I need to venture out and treat myself. I've used mainly one brand for as long as I can remember. What brand do you use, Holly? That is so weird to me. I wonder what makes it so opaque. I wonder if it's the PR101. The PV19 really throws me off. The PY83 is an extremely warm yellow, usually used for gamboge. Well, gamboge is more opaque to me. I mean, even if you look at it here in the pans, gamboge is clearly more of an opaque, and you can see it there. You've been using Shinhan. I would love to try Shinhan. I have yet to try them. I bet they are really nice watercolors. It's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the live stream, just that like I don't buy a lot of new paints and I don't try a whole lot of new brands. And I sometimes feel like I should, but then I'm like, look at all these great mixes we can get, you know, you kind of don't have to. And ooh, it's getting really stormy outside. So I don't know. I think it's just personal preference. Holly Jones, I have to confess to you, my dear. I watched your video when you were coming back after a break. I was once again blown away by your life and how incredibly full and wonderful everything is. And I sat down to comment to you and something came up in the middle and I went away and I never came back. So I did see your video and I need to go back and comment on it. I get so distracted. I really apologize, but you guys, if you haven't checked out Holly Jones' art, please do. She makes these vlogs that are just like out of this world. She's got a small channel. She's newer to YouTube and could definitely use the support. Let's see. And Susan says, it's just that I've tried to use it in portraits and I just can't make it work. It gives everything a really chalky cast. Now you're not going to want it, LOL. No, I want it. I want to try it. I will definitely trade you. You need to pick something to trade me. Anything you want. I mean, these are pretty full. We're doing an art trade I've decided we're doing it. We've hinted at doing it. We haven't officially said we're doing it. But we're thinking of trading out some of the tubes of paint we don't like really need or love all that much with each other. And then everybody benefits, right? And Holly says, oh my goodness, thank you for the watch. No worries. You'll need Kleenex for the... I did see, it's actually on my to watch list, your doggy video. And I was not in a place where I could watch it given my recent doggy traumas here. And I will though, and I will comment. Thank you, Holly. Let's see. All right, guys. Well, I don't know what to do now. I guess I should probably like call it good. I've been on for close to an hour and a half. And this has been so fun. I want to maybe stream tomorrow too. If I can think of something fun to do. If I haven't already painted that sketch or something, maybe I'll do a few sketches and we can work on them. It's hard for me because I want to always have a reference I can work from, and it's not something I can do very easily while I'm on a live stream. So I guess, but I was thinking of maybe repainting some older paintings of mine that could use that I would like to revamp or have a second try at. So that might be an option. Anyway, I'll think about it. I'm so happy you guys joined. And Susan, yeah, let me know if you'd like to go to your channel and do a live either tonight or another time. I would love to. And I hope everybody is well. And I thank you guys all for being here. And it's so nice to see you, Holly. And yeah, I will. And of course, Evie and everyone else, and Ike and Mello earlier. And gosh, all the new friends. And Gammy, you rock for the amazing color mix. Love it. It'll be like the Gammy mix. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Whoops. We'll take this out. Try not to drop it, and we'll stop it. Bye.